Howdy, hey, hi, Spaceman Josh here, and welcome back to Prison Architect. We are right where we left off. Going to go back into the objects and place down the holocam. We got to spy on our prisoners, right? That's how this works. We spy on them. They might tell us things sometimes. Probably not, though. Actually, I can always sort of see the yard, which I don't fully understand, so I don't think we need cameras in there, because I can always see it. Common room, however, I can never see it. So, common room cameras. And let's spy on them while they're praying too, why not? And that leaves us 8 cameras for the next holo monitor. And so we need to now connect all of the cameras. Sorry, the holocam. Can we fit another thing in there? We can fit another thing in there. And by another thing, I mean we're gonna go to utilities and do the holocam tap. Is that what that is? Does that work? Right? Yeah. Sort of. Possibly. Maybe. Yeah. Sort of. Words. The holocom tap. Connect. Bloop. 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 Oh, messed up. Bloop. I can't go anywhere with that. There we go. Is there one more? There are 2 more. To infinity and beyond. Boop. Boop. Ooh, that was loud. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I'm kind of sorry. That was loud. Even I heard that was loud. I don't even hear my own voice do this. I just kind of... Yeah. That made sense, right? Holocam. 3, 2, holo monitor, 1. And doot. And that is all the holocams. Now to do the holocom tap. We're gonna spy on their conversations. I'm pretty sure it's in this direction, right? Yep. So there it goes. Now we're spying on them. I think there's also in one of the dormitories up here. I technically wanted to put them in all the dormitories, but you know, money. Yep, there it is. Holocom panel. Look at that. Look at that beauty. And see, we can see somewhat into a lot of these places too. Oh, we can't see in the yard. But I can just sit in the yard, right? And if I'm here, I can also see down here and up here. Excuse me. Magic. Oh, we're looking at money. Let's not look at money right now. Let's look at the inmate nutrition research. And then the cell boxing. And then long-term investment. All the most successful people invest. Or so I hear. I don't know what it feels like. And currently our resume says 3 meals a day, so in order to meet with the requirements of the thingy, it's gonna be high. They'll be so high, they're on cloud 9. It's a good thing we don't have anything going down. We make a lot of money with this. Oh, hey, and our tax stuff went through. I noticed that as well. We can spend $50,000 to get our tax down from, I think it's like 10% to 1%. Something along those lines. But you know, money. As I spend 10,000 on small cells for an officer I don't have staffed. And yes, I do mean this officer that just cost me $5,000 and $200 a day. But it'll be worth it in the end. Or so I'm told. A 50 by 120 meter total area, 6,000 square meters, $30,000. I can't even see the entire area, that's how good it is. Can I see the edge when I'm all the way over here? No, I can't. You know what that means, right? It means I'm buying it. We'll start the planning for the next area. How far out does this go? Well, that's a decent distance. It's good enough to start the planning process. Because we can fit 64 people, then we got to be able to make it so we can fit at least 100 due to this cell block C stuff. Reception will be over there, but then we'll take them across again. And so I can just start building stuff, or start planning to build stuff. I should probably have the entrance at least somewhat near here, though. That works, right? That's the entrance to hell. This works, right? And then because that lawyer, or sorry, bureau officer is researching small cells, I can do this for the cell size. It'll just take, what, 12 hours? 24 hours. And then 72 hours, right? That's 72? Does that say 164 or 64? I'm thinking that says 164. So 165. No, it's been a lot more than just 1 hour in this in-game. I don't know how many hours it's been, but that, I mean, let's see. Things of 24. 144 would be 6. And so 144 plus 24 is 60. So 166 hours is probably what it started at. Possibly. Most probably. And that would be a week, I think, if I did the math right in my head. Yeah, a week. No, 168 hours, sorry. So, it'd take a week for this to finish. So, day 19. Give or take a few days. Or only 1 day, but still. Math. Here we go, 8. And then... You know, it's weird. I don't know if this is just how I set it up because of like the tables and chairs, or if this is just a common theme without video games. Is if it's not in sets of 5s and 10s, it's in sets of 8s and 16s. A really powerful example of that is Minecraft, or as my family likes to call it, Mindcrack. Everything's in sets of 64s, and so as a result, a lot of stuff is easily done in 8s and 16s and 32s. We essentially have 16 cell blocks. And then to get to 100, the closest thing in multiples of 16 is 96, I want to say. And that'll that'll take, to go from 64 to 96, that'll take 32, which requires 2 of these. So just one more of these blocks and we'll be good for the cell blocks for this next building. And there's the alarm for this episode's Nerd Alert. So let's go ahead and turn that off and then pause this game and then go back to, actually, I don't need to look at the list. I don't know what it is. I looked at it beforehand. And I actually only partially agree with it. And so for this episode's Nerd Alert, like I said, like for this season for Prison Architect's been going, we've been talking about the things a planet really needs to support life. And so the next thing on this list was water. And that is very much true. However, I can expand upon that a little bit. You don't want just water. Having just a water world creates some issues, because for planets, the planet evolution as we know it, sort of in terms of what it needs to support life, one of the elements in our DNA is the one I'm supposed to say, if I remember correctly, is sulfur. And so with sulfur, with the way that they got into the Earth's oceans is because of rain, water, of rain. I don't know the proper term for it, but with the rain going from the Earth, from the land to the sea, from land to water, the runoff. There it is. The rain runoff brought the minerals and the sulfur. It was either sulfur or phosphorus. They're both a part of DNA, but I believe it was the sulfur that the rain runoff brought the sulfur to the oceans, and that's why sort of the life started sort of in water. And so, yes, a planet does need to have liquid water on the surface for life as we know it to really, for a planet to really be able to support life. But it needs more than that. It needs water and land. So with this episode's Nerd Alert out of the way, let's get back into the episode. So we only need one more cell block to be able to hit that 100 mark, and actually it'll be 96 plus 16, so it'll be 110? That doesn't seem right. 100, I don't think 110 is a factor of 16. It's definitely not, actually, now that I think about it. So, let's see, let's go through it in my head. 64 plus another 16, that would bring it up to 80, and 96. Adding 16, that's why. I was adding 14. But so that would bring it up to 112, which does make more sense. So we'll have a capacity of 112. Yeah, then let's say we have a... How far up can I go? Good distance. Let's do a workshop up here. It'll be only a workshop. And we'll have the option of entering through spaces such as this. Say we enter through here like that. And then through here like that. I have the little openings like this. That way I can place metal detectors right here. But let's see. Let's make it, let's say 15 tall. Why not? And then, how wide is this going to be? This room specifically. Looks like 29 wide. So 15 by 29? Is that what that was? Or is it 14? But, yep, 15. It's 15 by 29. 15 by 30 is 450 minus 15. So 435 minus these two right here. Or technically 3 because these are being taken as well. So minus 6, 435 minus 6. So 429 square, whatever unit this is. Meters. It actually says meters. I never really quite realized that. So it's going to be 429 square meters of space for the workshop. And then we'll have this stuff down here, whatever this ends up being. We'll have this area, though, be the canteen. Well, we can probably have a mixture of like the canteen and like... Actually, I think what would be really cool is if we could have like a canteen in the middle and have like a sort of a yard surrounding it. So for those that like run a big old circle, they have a big old circle to run in. That'd be cool, right? Let's mark that out a little bit. This would be 5 wide, so we have 5 by 5 corners. And so then we would want something that resembles that. This is how we have the corners in mind. And then let's go up this way and do the same thing up here. Excuse me. And we'll actually only do it for this little area up here. Like this. So we'll have that. And like that. And then the earth explodes. Because I just created magic. Ta-da! And then so... what should we place down here? I guess we'll figure that out when... we'll burn that bridge when we come to it. Where are we at right now in terms of... so remote access is good. Blaster rollout's been approved. We're working on small cells. That's the only thing we're working on. So that's a kind of good. And then let's see, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Looks like we haven't quite gotten all the food we needed, but let's go ahead. So then let's increase the staff of the people then. That's what we need to do. Cook. Let's give each of them another cook. Why not? And then let's see. What's the other one? So we're working on this one in terms of that stuff. Everything seems to be going pretty fine. Nothing looks too disgusting, so I think our janitors are doing a pretty good job, especially since we have the cleaning area as a job. I think the metal detectors have been helping. I haven't noticed any sort of severe attacks or anything on any guards. I think we can go into programs and also start training all of our guards to have tasers as well. Let's see if I can read the tiny font. Here it is. And we've been spiritual guidance as well. Cool. Foundation education program. Interesting. Drug addiction. Oh, you're in the queue. So let's treat you. Also, alcoholics. And then let's do this one as well. And so now we have all the people in the queues. Let's see, now that we can, help the peoples. Reform! Make them better. Make them civilized. Let's not be like the American justice system and make it so they are stuck in a loop of getting arrested, getting out, and then getting arrested again. I don't know how I went down this way. There really isn't anything to do down here. I don't think I think for the next building we don't have to do a whole lot because we can still have 3 more armed guards and we can expand that pretty massively. Same thing with the dog people. I think we're good on the kennel and army for now. Let's look at some of this other stuff. My mouse went off screen. Let's take a look at grants. I'm working on that. That I technically can work on, but only one of the prisoners is interested out of the 64 I have. I don't see really any other grants besides, there's 3 more hidden so there's 3 more hidden that I haven't found. One of them is the journal education stuff, I think. There's the... I'm not seeing anything that's of any issue. I'll just go ahead and go back to planning this. As far as I'm concerned, that entire prison on that left side is completely functioning. Self-sufficient. I don't need to do anything with it anymore. Let's look at rooms as to what I want to put down here. So that will be sort of normal security, or maybe even low security, and maybe you'll even get away with that. But that's definitely like medium security. So this will be high security, or just any security. But there's no max or max. There's no like medium security or lower is always gonna be on that beginning building. This can be anything, and it's built for like max security people. So we will want a thing for the monitors, so a security room. We will want probably another shop. Another classroom, definitely. Another chapel. Oh, we hit the 20-minute mark. Oh no! I'm gonna end it here. And I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna make a list of all those rooms that I want to put in this, and then I'll go through the list on the next episode. But thank you all for watching. If you liked it, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see more of my videos, hear more nerd alerts, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you want to, you can also turn on notifications. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Spaceman Josh, out.